What's up? Ask and you shall get. What is happening, my friend? Life. Life is happening. And, who knows? Maybe we'll get in the car later, but, the cops are out looking for people on their cell phones. So we probably won't get in the car later, if you know what I'm saying. What up? You got some old schoolers in the house today. So I hope you guys are doing well. I just wanted to check in with the late night creepy crawlers of the Earl world. You got a cell holder yet? No, I have not. It's overwhelming. You go on Amazon, there's like 100 of them. Some are like $300. Some are 20. All I really need is I don't want to read the chat when I'm driving, but it's just so I don't have to fucking hold it and shake it, you know. I don't know why. I don't know why that would be. What changed? I'm not doing a walk and talk around MacArthur Park. I'll tell you that much right there. That's a fact, Jack. What up, Michael? Welcome to the Earlverse. Hit the like and subscribe button, pretty please. It's funny, when someone comes in here with you're gay, that tells me that you're gay. Don't worry about it. Hey, if you're tired, you can go to sleep, I'm not tired. This is how I speak. But the trolls are coming in early tonight. But I can tell by how unfunny the first two are. It's not that difficult to deal with them. What up? What up? What up? Yeah, I don't disallow anyone. Anyone can. Hello, Robert. Lois is with her mom. So no Lois tonight. It's just me. But I appreciate you. Yeah, you're gay. It's not funny. It gives me nothing to go off of. And when that's your first line of attack, calling a man who's gotten more pussy than all of you put together, you're probably in the closet yourself. What up? What up? Just kidding. I don't know. You guys, I know we got some real hounds in the stream, but you guys get the picture. Yeah, it is a hang. It's not like I don't do the Dabbleverse stuff. Yes, I did watch. I did just finish watching Dynamite. I don't know. I didn't really like it. Your big go home show. It should have you really frothing at the mouth to the day the pay-per-view is there, but you look like John Cena. I get that a lot. I gotta be honest with you, I don't see it. But Playboy culture, does it exist anywhere? And what do you mean by Playboy culture? And by the way, Mayank, I know you're new to the stream. Hit the like and subscribe button, but only 2 people are allowed to do the all caps. You need a strong go home. 100%. That's exactly what I'm saying. I definitely don't look like John Cena body wise. Well, Bloom Space, I have answers. I have a question for you. Have you hit the like and subscribe button? Where's Chicken Man? Chicken Man usually comes in late. He's probably, I don't know, in Joey C's stream causing a ruckus. Or maybe he's at the Comedy Store with Ray Goots. I don't know where the Chicken Man is. Chicken Man said he's going to buy me an MLC shirt and he wants me to wear it on stage. Yeah, Chicken Man, I don't know who they are. And to be honest with you, I don't want to know who they are. Because, thank you, Bloom Space. I appreciate that. Why do so many young people feel the need to have a stream? Well, I'm certainly not young, so I'm allowed. I mean, a stream is a good way to talk to people, I suppose. Um, hey now, ACDC. I mean, I've gotten the Johnny Knoxville thing. I definitely have never been told I look like Steve O. But, I mean, here's what I look like without my glasses. You can't see me, and I can't see you. Oh, see what I did there? The fuck out of here. You're a nice guy. I'd like to think I'm a nice guy until you give me a reason to not be nice. You know what I mean. Where would a heterosexual lifestyle, Anglo Playboy style, exist in LA today? Well, I mean, when you say it like that, well, thank you, Jenna. I mean, Hollywood, definitely not in West Hollywood, Santa Monica, Venice. You get a lot of good looking beach bums. Yes, all in Texas is Saturday. What's up? Yeah. Although it's funny, on her promo with Tony Storm, Mercedes Monet fucked up and said, "I'll see you Saturday." You look like Bert from Bert and Ernie. Well, I don't know about that, but I would love to see what some of you people look like in the stream. I think that if you talk poorly about someone's looks on a YouTube stream, a big picture should pop up of you, so I can see and roast you on what you look like. But that's where you guys have the advantage, to be honest with you. You guys could sit there and say something about my looks, and I can't really say anything back. But that's all right. 100%. Well, Randall, you seem to have a red nose from what I can see. You already know what I look like, girl. Interesting. No, I don't think you're horrendous looking. I'm 5'3" and weigh 8,000 pounds. Well, we've probably dated in a past life. Hey, Robert L. in there with a funny. I mean, Robert L., I don't recall ever seeing your name in the stream. Yes, I am an on-site roaster. So I look good. I just have no game. Well, that's part of the. You gotta ideally look good and have game. Have a little bit of both. Yes, it is a rowdy stream tonight. People are fired up on a Wednesday, and I almost didn't stream. So, well, maybe I'll have a license plate like Hinchcliffe. I roast. I always wanted to get one before he left town saying, I roast too. Earl. That's it. It's just Earl. G'day, Shandy girl. What up? Where's that gay guy? Who knows? Jenna King Caps. Not yet. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I mean, I'm sure you could. Yeah, only Chicken Man and Hi-Fi Protege can do all caps. Or any Jeff Ross insults can be all caps as well. If you know, you know. So, and then I think there was almost one more person who was in all caps category. I'm wondering where William Zoom is. He hasn't been around in a minute. See, that's the great thing about this stream is, we all become friends online, and then if someone doesn't show up for a week or so, you're like, are they okay? Like you have genuine concern. Yes, and you can do it in all caps. Uh, Man, I'm as real as it gets, Holmes. Shit. Um, so don't worry about me being real, Randall. I'm the realest streamer in the business, which explains why I only have 24 people in here. I'm too real for most of the world. But that's okay. I was wondering about William. Yeah, I haven't seen him. I would say in the last 3 or 4 streams. I don't panhandle for money. I mean, if you look at the average streams, yesterday was an hour. I did one for 50 minutes, hour, 31 minutes. That was a short one because the Wi-Fi cut out. I mean, my streams in general average for about an hour. I very rarely hit the 2 hour mark. I'd say I'm about an hour streamer, and I don't ask for money at all. So, you know, and yeah, you can't spell real without Earl. What band do you think Sharon Osbourne dropped from Ozzy's farewell show? I mean, I think someone said it. Some people think it was Judas Priest. I think it was personally Iron Maiden because of their previous problems. Uh, well, I don't know if, I mean, certainly there are some headliners who do bang their openers, but I personally don't believe that particular rumor because I know both guys. I mean, I know Nick a lot better than I know Chad, actually. And I can just say Chad is not Nick's type. So, oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Randall. What up, SC? Motley Crue's all right. Oh no, I don't think Motley Crue would have been invited. Has the rumor about Mike's shitty internet provider? I'm not sure what that rumor is, to be honest with you. And in terms of Chad being seen with a girl, I don't know. I mean, I never really saw Chad when he was living in LA, to be honest with you. I'm a comedy store guy, and although I think Chad did perform at the Comedy Store to a degree, like on Sam Tripoli's shows and whatnot, I didn't really do a lot of shows with him. What up, Tim? Joey C said he died. Joey C said who died? I don't know if I would go to Joey C for my news source. I mean, I don't think he was, to be honest with you. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really keep up in the Joey C world. Um, yeah, 100%. That's a fact, yeah. Yeah, Randall, that is allowed. I don't know if Gino is flat broke, to be honest with you. Um, I mean, we're all a little internally bitter. I mean, I don't know if I'd say I'm bitter. I'm not more successful, but I'm honest about it. No, I don't even get sad anymore, Queen on Earl the High and Local. I get it. Millionaire's progeny with those eggshell walls. What the eggshell walls? These are white walls. What do you like? Eggshell? These are white walls. I mean, you're running out of things to roast when you're saying my walls are, I mean, this is a condo that, frankly, 99% of the people couldn't afford. So I'm okay with how my condo looks on a stream. So I'm just chipping you back. See, you guys can chip me, but then you get like a little like bent out of shape when I chip you back. It's how I do it. You chip me, I chip you. Mason in Portland, what up? What up? Um, well, SAG checks pay a little bit for the condo. Um, I don't know. I mean, I would. I mean, yeah, that's possible. I mean, I think she was probably upset Judas Priest, but I mean, Rob Halford's like in his 70s. I'm sure wherever Judas Priest is touring right now, I'm going to assume it's the States because they're coming here in October. That last thing a 70 guy in his mid 70s wants to just fly to the UK for 2 songs. Um, and I don't think Sharon has ever liked Iron Maiden and Bruce Dickinson after Bruce Dickinson, I don't know, 15 years ago said they were a better band than Ozzy. So Earl loved to live in West Hollywood. Just saying. I mean, I want to get out of here, but um, I mean, I was upset that Jakey Lee didn't play one song with Ozzy. That would have been cool. Earl, have you heard about Kiss Cruise in Vegas this year? Not even on a boat at the Virgin Hotel. Yeah, I mean, it's not really something I want to go see and pay. Um, I mean, what I would have done is you have for the end for Crazy Train, which is, it's a song that I guess it's a Randy Rhoads song, but, I would have had Jake Lee, Zach Wilde, and Tony Iommi come out and play that one song together. Um, so I would love to come to Australia, but financially it has to make sense. Um, I mean, maybe I thought I heard Ugly Kid Joe at some point was in the mix, but I don't know. I doubt that would be the band Sharon would be mad of. I mean, I can't believe they got Jakey Lee to do it. I mean, for 40 years, he's been crying about not being paid for Bark of the Moon and Ultimate Sin. So, I personally would not have come if I were Jakey Lee. And, Bob Daisley should have been on the show. I mean, like, it's your husband's last show. I get that you want to put on who you want to put on, but, like, come on, man. I mean, Bob Daisley and Jake saved your husband in the mid 80s. Um, so, I mean, I don't know. There were some songs he sounded good on, like "Mama, I'm Coming Home." Um, so I know Jim Florentine and Norton interviewed Jakey Lee. I'm not sure for what, but that was kind of cool. Who I think is a good roaster, Ronnie Chang. Well, Ronnie, I've never seen him roast, to be honest with you, so I can't comment on that. But he seems like the type that would be a good roaster because he's so nice. You probably don't expect him to be mean, and those are usually the best roasters. So yes, Florentine and Norton went together. I think the rumored cost was around 10 grand each, and I'm guessing that's with free tickets and passes. I saw Ozzy in '92 on the No More Tears tour, and it was a little rough back then. And what would that be, 30, 33 years ago? So, yeah. No, I'm not going up at the store tonight, Saturday night. I'm back in my usual spot at around 12:15. So, the offer's always out there. If anyone from the stream is in Los Angeles, you are more than welcome to come and watch Earl do comedy live in the flesh, baby. In the motherfucking flesh. Yeah, so I'll assume they got a pass, free tickets and passes. Otherwise, you're looking at that trip, hotels, planes, food, expenses traveling around. And, the 10 grand sounds about right. And that's flying coach. I'm sure if they flew business at first, unless they have like, Florentine does the road so much, I'm sure he has tons of miles. But yeah, 100%. That's a fact. I did see a taping of the metal show. Um, I mean, maybe they were guests, but I'm gonna assume that the tickets were paid for, but the travel, I don't see Sharon comping the travel for Jim and Jim. So, it's an expense. I probably would have gone if it were in LA, but I'm not flying to the UK to see Ozzy sit down and read off a teleprompter. Fuck that. Even with Jakey Lee back. Um, um, I mean, I was at Ozzy's Malibu house when his daughter Amy, they have another daughter, Amy, who avoids the spotlight. It was her 18th birthday. And where are you performing next? The Comedy Store Saturday night. I have a pretty big dinner tomorrow night with a person who, let's just say, is a fan of mine. So hopefully the dinner will lead to good things. I mean, the peak of the store, to be honest with you, M32, because I can't pronounce your mana mayonnaise. I would absolutely say 2015, because here's what you had at the Comedy Store. You had a new booker, so a lot of comics came back. And no, I'm not just saying that because I was passed in 2014. So you had Rogan come back, you had Joey Diaz come back, you had Sebastian and Theo performing there more. You had people like Rob Schneider, who was never really welcomed at the store. He came in, and then Spade came in, and then Sandler and Swartzen from time to time would perform, whereas previous they would never have come there. Roast Battle was the hottest show in the country for a couple years. I mean, people literally that was a go-to show every Tuesday night. It was like, let's go to Roast Battle and hang. I mean, there was some awesome parties in that era. And then, so I would say 2014 to like 2020. Then the pandemic hit, and then, a lot of people moved and things got moved around. So, it was, yeah, Faith No More would have been cool. Gummo Dude Gilly, I don't know what that means. But yeah, 2014, I just, was Schaub getting spots? Spots. Schaub's not a paid regular, so no, he was not getting spots. He might have gotten on like a Triple E show, or when Triple E does his main room show, he can have anyone on the lineup. Dane Cook is not passed at the Comedy Store, but Dane Cook can perform on Triple E's show. So, I mean, Adam didn't pass Dane, Emily didn't pass Dane. I believe Rose. I mean, I can't say what Rose is going to do because I don't know, but it's no one really wants him around, which is crazy because he's like a great comic. Like, if you like his style of comedy, he is one of the best. But, he's just so unliked by so many comics and people behind the scenes, because, he would run the light and that would throw off the, um, the lineups, and then if Leslie, who's not really at the store right now, she was there running the light. I mean, my 12:15 spot, I would either go on at 1:30 or I wouldn't get to go on at all. I mean, I'd still get paid, but Renee Lancaster, always adding to the funny. Suck it. Renee Lancaster's the real fucking deal. Trust me on that one. A comic named Ray is known to blow the light. Yeah, I don't think he has to worry about Comedy Store spots. But, well, in general, Dane's not liked by comics and bookers because, he just kind of, runs the light. He's got an attitude, and, like, maybe he's changed or whatever. What up, Saint Ranger? Like, I've had two experiences with Dane. One was good, one was bad. The first one was And I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He did not know. He came up to Roast Battle during the prime of the show, like 2017-ish maybe. And I was killing him the whole time. Now, this is as I was heckling. I wasn't battling really much anymore. And I was killing him the whole time. It was my room. It was Moses' show, but Roast Battle was my room. I was the king of the room. And he comes up to me afterwards when everyone's coming around me, telling me how good I did and how funny I am and all that stuff. And in front of everyone, trying to peacock me, he's like, "Hey, let's get together soon. I'll write you some better shit." And I just kind of looked at him and I'm like, I'm fine. But then my first battle on television against Jesse Joyce, if you remember, it was Joe Rogan and Dane Cook, and I think Jimmy Kimmel were the judges. And Dane was really nice to me, but he kind of had to be because I killed that night. I rarely kill, but that night I did. So I just think, and I almost had to break up a fight between Dane and Dalia at the Improv one night because Dane didn't want to go on before Chris, and then I think Chris at the times before the allegations and whatnot, um, he had kind of, you know, it was just Chris had leapfrogged over Dane, and that the booker of the Improv, Rita, she's like, "Earl, you got to get in between them. You're the only one who works out," because they were close to blows. And then I kind of just loitered around, and they knew probably that Rita had sent me to calm them down. Um, Anything you want? Does he think Randy Orton buried him behind the scenes after their match? Oh shit. Everyone, I rarely do this when someone enters the stream, but the Chicken Man is here. People ask about you, Chicken Man. I was not there when Dane wanted to fight Steve Byrne, but I could see that happening. I mean, Steve's a little feisty at times. And I had also a friend of mine had casted Dane's last big movie, and it kind of bombed, which is no shame in that. Movies bomb all the time. And I asked him what it was like working with Dane, and he said, "I'll never work with him again." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Earl, you can be a dick when your movies are a hit." Pause. Dane can't be a dick. So, I mean, Dane just hit at the right time. I don't know if it was Barry Katz or if it was Dane by himself, just uploading all his, or not all his jokes, but a lot of his jokes on Napster. And, Napster was, really kind of dying, but Dane used it as a tool because he knew a lot of young people were on it. So he just had a lot of this, it's similar to what I'm doing on YouTube right now. And I'm certainly, there's thousands of comics doing it as well. So the odds of going viral on YouTube aren't, like what Dane was doing with Napster, where Dane was pretty much the only comic on Napster. Um, I don't really have a favorite Dane Cook film. Windy City Heat, to be honest with you. What about Steve Trevino talking shit about D'Elia? I mean, a lot of comics talked shit about D'Elia when it went down, but trust me, Trevino and all the others would have opened for D'Elia in 2 seconds, in the heyday, and they knew what was going on. I mean, I didn't because I wasn't, and I'm still not a road comic, but it's a little. It's a little easier when the shit goes down to say, "Hey, I never liked the guy." Well, you certainly didn't say that before the allegations, Jackson. Um, yeah, I mean, he used MySpace. I mean, he really was on the forefront. And you got to give him credit, like any comic could have done that. So did you think D'Elia was a good comic? I mean, it's not my style of humor, but he is very engaging. I mean, he killed in rooms. You can't deny that. He got laughs, big laughs. And, he was kind of like watching Mick Jagger doing comedy. Was it the best jokes? I don't know, but he sold it. And, he had a great, no, I'm not SC. He had a great fan base of tons of hot girls. All of them want, he was like, kind of like Matt Rife before Matt Rife. Like, D'Elia was kind of the best parts of Dane Cook and Matt Rife. So he had all these hot girls wanting to see him, and then dudes want to be where the hot girls are. And so Dane's brother did him dirty. Yeah, I mean, whether you like Dane or not, the brother definitely did him dirty. But, you also have to, I know of one situation, I won't name the comic because, I don't want to put their personal business out there, where their brother did the same thing. Their brother, somehow got a hold of this person's Amex card, black Amex. Trust me on that one. And the comic was getting bills for like $300,000 or $400,000 every 6 months. Going, what the fuck? So, yeah, selling it is key. What up, Bloom Space in the house? Did you leave us and come back? Thank you, thank you. So, most of the bigger comics aren't that funny, to be honest with you. They just sell it, or they have the right fan base. That's all right, Bloom Space. You don't have to apologize and say hello 2 times. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I personally don't believe in karma unless I have something personally to do with it. But hopefully his brother, it's like Otani's interpreter. That guy was set for fucking life, and now where is he? Again, Earl Ashley Cummings in this shitverse seems to be a neighbor. Dry vag allegedly after she wouldn't be dry with me. That's a fact, Jack. So if D'Elia never goes to jail, does Alice Hamilton finally quit comedy for good? I love Alice Hamilton, but I think she's funny because I've seen her do actual stand-up. That has nothing to do with like, you know, calling predators out. And she's got a great presence. She's got a great look. Yeah, Lancaster gets it. Why don't you get MB in here too? You guys can cause a ruckus. Thanks for inviting me over to the pool, you two, when it's fucking 5,000 degrees. You are my stream right now. Thank you. I stream, you stream, we all stream. But Alice, yeah, I bet you will. I bet you will. Meet me at Jones in an hour, bitch. Alice made her decision. I think she was pretty close to being hired at the Comedy Store. That's, you go from door girl to, or door guy, or door person, and then, you get in the system. But she was calling a lot of people out. The whole D'Elia thing, I think she could have survived. But, I think she called Santino out and Tom and Christina out for she didn't think they were funny, which is fine. I can't tell her who to think is funny, but, there's going to be a night where you have to run and go get Santino or, whoever. Hey, Andrew, you're up next. And he's probably going to look at you and go, fuck you. And then, you can't have that up there. You are my favorite streamer. Thank you. Oh, shit. MB. And we've got some fellow comedians in the house. We've got Maria. I don't do this often, but I will. Why don't you guys hit the like and subscribe button? Maria Bruguer and Renee Lancaster. Now, Steve Stevens from Billy Idol gave me this. And Melina from the Improv gave me this. Hold on, I have to move the this doll. Yes. We might have to move this doll off camera. Let's move it over here for now. Double guns. Oh shit. Peter Chicken Man Brennan. I bet you do know who Renee. Let me warn both Peter. Let me warn Renee and Maria. Don't fuck with the Chicken Man because he knows who you are. Nobody knows who the Chicken Man is, but he's very comedy store eccentric. Maria and Renee, what's your favorite Neil Brennan joke? Personally, he's the fifth funniest Brennan. Hello. Is the Comedy Store starting to welcome alt comics? I saw Connor O'Malley on a lineup over there recently. I don't know who that is. He has a guitar. Steve Stevens also gave me this. Hold on here. And I think Maria was with me when I bought this Pierre-Luc Dubois jersey pen. Let's see what else I have down here. Rough, rough, rough. My favorite autograph pictures, the bad guy from Cobra, courtesy of Jordan the Lion. To Earl, only the strong survive. Let's see here. One of my first dogs. Kind of looks a little bit like Lois. Maddie, she's like a fat version of Lois. Rough, rough. This is oh my God, show and time. And here's another picture of Maddie, fat Lois. She's chilling. Look at rough, rough, rough. This is picture day with Earl. Here's the Queen of Sheba. That's Sheba, the Yorkshire Terrier. Now this dog was tough. Mickey. Look at those legs. Even as like a 12-year-old, look at those fucking thighs and calf muscles. And here's the dog I named after Randall Tex Cobb. Tex, the Yorkshire Terrier. And here's Mickey, Maddie, and Freddie. Okay, now here's, I say the best picture for last. And I still have this shirt. I think Boone didn't get in it. Look at that. Look at that shit. Any pictures of exes in that folder? We don't want to open up that can of worms. I don't. It's not that kind of stream. We don't do that in here. Well, let me see what else I have in here. Here's my favorite hockey player, the great Barry Bubba Beck. Fuck yeah. Let's see here. Another picture of Tex. He be chilling right now. He be chilling. Tex is a tough fucking dog. This is Freddie. Maddie's sister. He'd be chilling. He'd be chilling right. That big old belly. And this is the amazing Bookaboom. Look at that long. Look at that hair, man. Luxurious hair. That Bookaboom, the Japanese chin. No, we're not doing pictures of X's in here. We don't do that in here. Let's see. Yeah, hit the like and subscribe button, you bastards. Chicken Man Brennan. Any pictures of underground roast battle? Chicken Man knows how to get me going. We don't talk about roast battle in here. Uh, Mickey Bitsko, $5. Hey Earl, five for being five. That's all. Well, you know what you get with that shit, Holmes. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And, you know, I used to be that good looking. Well, yeah, I moisturize and shit. I'm the real fucking deal. And I appreciate you guys coming in for a late night hump day stream. It's been a very cordial stream. Earl went from Justin Timberlake to Matt Stone. I have had a few looks. That's a fact, Jack. I don't like the where this doll is sitting here. We'll put it right there. I try and keep a clean desktop. So I won't show you pictures of X's, but I will show you a picture of the amazing Annie, the German Shepherd. Look at Annie. She be chilling. Look at that fucking... I mean, this dog was dying of cancer. And look how happy she was. I do remember where I was when Hogan turned heel. That was Wrestling 9/11. I was at 321 South San Vicente, apartment 1102, in my bedroom. And that second leg drop on Savage was like the second plane going into the tower, man. It was rough. And I can remember that speech word for word. I've watched that clip so many times. All these Johnny-come-latelys you see out here, they wouldn't be here either. I was selling out the world while they were bumming gas to put in their car to get to high school. If it wasn't for me, Eric Bischoff would still be selling meat from a truck in Indianapolis. You got it. Hogan got it. Have you watched? Yeah, I can't. I was gonna watch that. I can't. I can't watch Poop Cruise. I've been. Excuse me. I started a new show. It's kind of like a spin-off of Bosch. Ballard on. Yeah, but I can't. I have no stomach for that stuff. You think I would? I can't. I would literally get sick to my stomach. Yeah, I mean, I have Lois every now and then, and Maria has seen this. She will have it's almost like a weird seizure. She only has it like literally once every year, where something happens where she gets scared and she starts running around, and I just have to pet her and tell her it's all right. And we don't do that kind of humor in here, Daryl. Let me see. So I had a dog. It was basically the dog Lois replaced. Chloe, I named her after the character on 24. She would have these miniature strokes, and I had to put her down. And I only had her for like 4 months, and I just couldn't. They were trying to scam me into keeping her alive, like thousands of dollars of medicine a month. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. So yeah, it's all right. We just, you're gonna have to go to Pat Dixon's stream for that kind of potty talk. Um, so I probably will never watch Poop Cruise. I don't want to see close-ups of doo doo and like, I'm good. I'm good. I'll just stick with Ballard. Now they brought in Ballard. I think the last few episodes of Bosch, and so what is your name? It should be pretty evident what my name is. Um, so who doesn't make it to Halloween? Hulk Hogan or Artie Lang? I'll go with Ric Flair if I can go with Ric Flair or Peanut. Peanut's been looking a little rough at the Comedy Store lately. Trust me on that one. I mean, Peanut looks like a melting chocolate bar. Peanut's old school stand-up comic from the. Yeah, I think Peanut might have been a part of the Dean 15, if I'm not mistaken. And I do talk to Dean still. Could Peanut still do his dance? I don't think the current version of Peanut can do that. Who is your favorite? Oh, I'm sorry, Blooming Space. I didn't answer your question. I don't really watch basketball, so to be honest with you, Dean Cuisine, that was awful. That pizza, ugh. And the mojitos, which would take about 5 minutes to make, as another thing. The Dean management era brought, and also fucking some of the waitresses in the office. Ooh. So if you put a gun to my head, so you have to tell me your favorite NBA player, I really don't have one. But boy, Jesus, I don't know, the white guy in the Lakers. Flair posted a video working out on the elliptical. Yeah, he looked a little rough. I mean, those sores on his face, man. That's probably skin cancer. Believe me, I've had those sores. It ain't fun. I had skin cancer right here. You can barely see the scar. I mean, I have to really, like, really fucking get in there. But I can also get in there, go EA Sports. It's in the game. So Flair looking a little rough. Well, he also is 77. So, I'll give him, and he's traveled the world 1,000 times over. So, that's why for like 61, Piper looked really good. Now, Piper would have been about 72 now. So it would have been interesting to see how he would have looked. But he took pretty good care of himself. So, yes, it is Kip Smith. It is okay. Message hell for review. These are always fun. Gotta go back to selling feet pics so I can buy your child. I wish. You know, I mean, my childhood home, for those of you wondering, the house that Daddy Man grew up in, 10500 Roca Place. That's ROCCA Place, 10500 Roca Place, Bel Air, California. And you could also look up 10550 Roca Place to see one of Elvis Presley's last homes. I had been inside the Shore House. Me, Don Barris, and Sandy Danto used to go upstairs on the top floor in the bedroom and play Madden to the wee hours. Slick used to say, "I want my money, honey." Real serious question. Did your family know that there was something off about you as a child? There's nothing wrong with me as a child, Holmes. Shit. And if you want to see my parents' house in Miami when they moved from 10500 Roca Place, 1525 Northview Road, Sunset Island, #1, Miami Beach. Does anyone live in the house behind the Comedy Store? They used to rent it out to, I think they used to Airbnb it, and then I don't know if any. I think Paulie lives there when he's in town. Paulie does the road a lot, so we'll do another 10 minutes, guys. Another 10 minutes. Have you ever seen a dead person? I have, at the Comedy Store, to be honest with you. There was a shooting there one night, and it was like a gang thing and a roast battle. This is the peak of roast battle. And It's really the only time Jeff Ross has ever made me laugh was. So it's a packed roast battle, and this is when they oversold the show. I mean, you couldn't fucking have fit another person in this room. It was shoulder to shoulder. The energy was there. I mean, it was wild. And all of a sudden, the security guy comes up the back stairs. If you've been to the Comedy Store, the back stairs are basically in the parking lot of the Comedy Store to the belly room. And he opens up the door and stays there. And this guy would never interrupt the show. So we all knew. And he looked like he had seen a ghost. And this was a pretty tough security guard. And I guess the shooting had literally just happened. And Jeff Ross goes, "What's the problem? Somebody gets shot?" And then the autistic kid looked on Twitter and goes, "Oh shit, someone just got shot on the patio." And 2 seconds after that, this black girl in the back goes, "Is this going to affect our parking?" Like it was the greatest back to back to back zingers. And so when we walked out, I saw the body. Um, Not really, Greg. I don't really like working with people I don't know. Uh, well, thank you. Peter Chicken Man, Brennan. You think any other store employee would kept their jobs if they choose Mencia over Rogan after the? I don't know. I mean, well, they did. Thank you. AWA Wrestling. We can talk later. Unfortunately, we got about another 6 minutes, and then I'm shutting down for the evening. I mean, Mencia at that time was a bigger comic, so Gersh took his side, the store took his side. And but you think of all the weird things that what do they call it, the butterfly effect? If that incident doesn't happen, or it does happen and no one sees it, but Red Band had the brains to start filming, um, Rogan probably doesn't get as big as he got. I mean, after that, Rogan became a comics comic. He was calling out a joke thief for his friend Ari. And I'll always give Mencia this. He stayed on stage. He didn't run. A lot of comics would have just been "fuck you" and walked off. So I will always give Mencia that. I think it's worth more than that. SC. I mean, that's prime Sunset, and that's a mansion. There's no pool, but the views alone are worth $1 million. I would guesstimate that house, because they just renovated it within the last few years. I would say that house is 7 to 10 million. So thank you, Mickey. Thank you. Um, I guess that altercation was filmed on Red Band's flip phone. But I mean, that's if Red Band doesn't film it, then it's just an urban legend. You know. Um, you know. So when is the last time you had a whatchamacallit? Man, it's been 30, maybe 40 years since I had a whatchamacallit. Um, so I was my favorite candy bar as a kid was Payday. That and Wacky Taffy, because Abba Zaba, because you could stretch like Abba Zaba was like this size out of the wrapper, but then you could stretch it. And it's like it never ended. Um, Junior Mints or York? Wow, that's a tough one. I ate more Junior Mints than a York peppermint patty. Who's better? They're really great at what they do. I mean, and we'll end on this just because I think my phone's at like 5%. Um, are you going to the gym tonight? No, I already worked out, but I am getting ready. I didn't think Rogan's podcast, if he gets banned from the store. Yeah, I mean, you don't know. I mean, it probably doesn't. But getting back to the Red Band, I mean, they're both innovators. I mean, Red Band was Love You Too or Sucks. Now I think it's based on the Skakels. Red Band was on the forefront of Joe's podcast. He was on the forefront of Tom and Christina's podcast. And like it or not, he's on the forefront of Kill Tony. I mean, Kill Tony doesn't work if Red Band's not the technical wizard on that show. Um, and Red Bar is one of the OG podcasts or streamers, whatever you want to call them. So that's really, they're both kind of different. Red Bar's in front of the camera. Red Band, although he's in front of the camera and Kill Tony, his behind the scenes contributions are amazing. Red Band, good tech guy, but very unfunny second mic. Well, I mean, I don't watch the show. I really don't. So I can't say he's funny or not on it. And that's not me trying to cuff to, because we're friends. I don't watch the show. But, Tony's obviously the dominating presence on that show. So the second mic just has to contribute a bare minimum. I mean, Earl, your life is fascinating. I chip, but I'm just jealous. That's all good, Mickey. Nothing. I'm not as rich as you think I am. If I was rich, I wouldn't be doing an hour stream for $5. He was as good as Lee Syatt. I mean, yeah, but Lee, that's a perfect example. Like, when I did Joey's podcast, Lee barely said anything, but he did kind of interrupt when me and Joey were like getting on a good flow about Miami Vice. So there's nothing personal against Lee. I wish that interview would have been just me and Joey. So, and that's once again nothing against Lee as a person, but he didn't really add a lot because me and Joey are about the same age. I mean, Joey might be a few years older than me, but we grew up on the same TV, the same movies, so we did not need a third mic. And I think Lee is probably 20 years, 25 years, younger than me and Joey, so he didn't really get our references, but he had to chime in because Joey's probably paying him, so he probably feels the need to get in there. So I'll pay you $10 for a 10-minute set at my birthday. It has to be in person. I don't do Zoom comedy shows. Well, Opie's also a multimillionaire, so I mean, you could just tell the view that he streams from. That ain't no duplex, baby doll. Joey and his stars of death. I mean, that was Red Band on the early Joe Rogan experience. See, I never really watched the early Joe Rogan experience. Who's worse, Mencia stealing jokes or JR screwing over Ralphie? How about JR screwing over Earl? Fuck Ralphie. So, I mean, I love Ralphie, but I mean, who's worse? I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, it's not like, I mean, Mencia's honest about it. I'll give him that. Like, he's like, I steal jokes, so what are you going to do about it? Jeff tries to be the good guy. I love Earl. I don't know why he's so mad at me. He knows exactly why. So, Earl, it's a fascinating look into a certain life. Even subdued, as it were. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. If my dad doesn't fucking lose most of his money on some wacky oil operation in the Amazon, I'd still be living in my parents' childhood home by myself with tons of hoes. But that didn't happen. What up, Gina Babina? We're about to end the stream. We'll go another 3 or 4 minutes. Let's get to 30 likes. I don't ask you guys for much. I mean, getting likes and subscriptions from you guys, it's like squeezing blood from a turnip, man. I love how the trolls came in early on this stream, but they kind of checked out. They knew this wasn't the place. The scroll trolls. It's all right, Gina. It's all right. I realize I always give a like. Thank you, Saint Ranger. Good night, Hi-Fi Protege. And everyone say, oh wait, hold on. What's worse, Jeff Lifshitz, Roastmaster? Definitely Jeff's Roastmaster. That was funny, the Oklahoma gimmick, when he's faking having balls palsy too. I mean, Jeff is not a Roastmaster. He avoided me for years because he knew I'd fucking kill him at Roast Battle. And he was the worst one on the Brady roast. I mean, watch it yourself. Tell me who was worse than Jeff. Tell me. You tell me tomorrow night on the stream. So good for you, Greg. Life goes on, Ricky Vaughn. So yeah, 100%. I mean, it just like so Roastmaster. And then when a mutual friend of ours, she was like being an intermediary because I think talk about the jokes. What? Um, thank you, ACDC. I know that that's the thing. I think so many people are. This isn't the Chad Zumick show, Gina Babino. We don't do that. What did we learn at the end of the stream thing? Ari Shafir, Amazing Race. This is one of the greatest ever. Yeah, because that's Ari, man. Ari is the definition of I don't give a fuck if you like me or dislike me or you're in the middle. So I would agree with you there, William. So, all right, you kids, we'll go to 65 minutes. So you got 2.5 more minutes to get in your last minute questions. Well, I mean, I've said this. Dante the comic did okay. Yeah, I mean, Dante called me trash for voting for Trump one year when he was literally in a sketch offering black people free basketballs. What the fuck? Um, so there you go. Yeah, I mean, if Ari would have teabagged me, I would have thrown him through a wall. But I don't have that. Me and Ari are cool, but it's like, come on, man. I don't participate in that kind of humor. So you guys can probably go. What up, Rudy Baga? 2 more minutes, guys. 2 more minutes. And then Dante represented Ron Jeremy. I know, Dante knew. Yeah, I mean, everyone knew Ron Jeremy was a fucking serial rapist. And Dante repped him for 5 years. And Dante's at the Comedy Store tomorrow night in the Belly Room. He made some big flyer about it, because Paulie does this show in the Belly Room before Tripping on Thursdays, where he's bringing back old school paid regulars, but it's almost like a parody show. So I don't think Dante realizes he will never get a paid regular spot again ever. So enjoy your 10-minute set in the Belly Room tomorrow. Yeah, he represents Stuttering John. No, Dante Rusielli. He's a comic from back in the day at the Comedy Store. Yeah, Paulie is doing this thing on. It's kind of cool, where it's old school paid regulars. Like the last one had like Karen Haber and Yorsi on it, and then Sandler did a pop in. So, didn't the Belly Room used to be women only? Yeah, a long, long time ago. Now it's where Roast Battle is and all that stuff. So, 30 seconds, guys. Get your last minute questions in, and then you can go to Pat Dixon's house and ask him about Chad Zumach. Peter Chickenman Brennan gets the final question. If you see Steve Marshall, let him know Kevin wants him to do MLC again. I will. I was on a show with Steve Marshall, Holtzman's show, at the Comedy Store a few weeks ago. It was me, Marshall, Holtzman, Bob Golub, old school guy. So that was very fun. All right, you kids. You guys were soldiers tonight. Earl Skakel, over and out. I got your eggshell paint right here, Holmes.